Yeah.
You know what's interesting is that I do town halls all around the country, all around the world, mostly with my own people. And I've never done one where I didn't get the question, which is why doesn't Weight Watchers have a program for children? It's never come up, and I'll tell you why we don't. The issue with childhood obesity is not children. This is our point of view. And they've actually done studies. Brian Wansink, I heard him reference the statistic. He's a professor out of Cornell. That if you look at the decisions that kids actually make when it comes to food, I think it's like 26%. The sort of the difficult part of childhood obesity, and so I think most people recognize that on some level, although they would like to find messages to ways of getting that message out to kids, and there's some value in that. Maybe not in a scared straight kind of way, but nonetheless, I think sort of getting kids more interested in nutritious foods, I think is a great idea. There's obviously a lot of desire to sort of get schools engaged in school lunches and things like that. Complicated on $2.60 per lunch, but nonetheless, it's a fight worth fighting. But really, the crux of childhood obesity is with parents. Well, and I would argue that, with all the discussion around childhood obesity, and I get it, and I agree that we need to prevent obesity before it happens, which is why you have to address childhood obesity. I think it's really difficult to address childhood obesity if you're not at least making a valiant, I'm going to die trying effort to address adult obesity, because they tend to go together. And so, frankly, I think the bigger issue is how do we take obesity and take it away from People magazine and take it to the doctor's office? How do we make obesity a health issue, not a vanity issue?
I just want to pile onto that. The author, Walter Mosley, he says people always come up to him and say, how can I get my kids to read? And he always says, do you read? It's always the question. It's always about parents. Did you want to answer? Okay, so we'll move to our next one. Do we have microphones? Actually, okay, now we do. We'll